It all turned out to be that she's a registered Republican.
They should have chose anybody else other than Sydney Sweeney because she's very basic.
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad.
It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman.
We should have known Sydney Sweeney was a Republican because she's tacky as
Sydney Sweeney has good really? Like, the eugenics in that. It's dripping with it. And I'm like, no.
Grace and peace, everybody. We got to do it again. I know. And by the way, your boy is wearing some nice jeans here today as well. We got to do it again. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. We got to make fun of these lefties that are still losing their minds over the American Eagle ad. It's been now almost 2 weeks, and American Eagle said, we're not apologizing. Apologize for what? Sydney Sweeney is getting shine left and right and center. Let it go. Yeah, come on. All you leftists, come on, you with the blue hair in the back, you with the multiple eyebrow piercings, come on up here. Come on. You and the they, thems, come on up here to the front of the church. We don't care. We don't care. And the very best thing that you can do is to go ahead and move on. We're not going to ask Sydney Sweeney to apologize. We're not going to revolt against American Eagle. Just move on. We don't care. We don't. We're going to support and continue to stand behind companies and entities and brands that don't care either. So all you're going to do is embolden us. So you might as well just try to ignore us as best as you can, or maybe get on board with us. Dye your hair back, get all that stuff out of here, all them fish hooks out of your face, and come on and act normal. Because we're not going to change. We're not going to capitulate anymore. We do not apologize to terrorists. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Doxed the details of her voter registration. Now, whether or not you're registered to a party is public. Who you vote for is not. But whether you vote according to how you registered is gettable. So we'll just put that out there. It all turned out to be that she's a registered Republican. And then they made a negative connection between her GOP affiliation and the American Eagle ad. Oh, boy, here they go.
President, actress Sydney Sweeney came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Today, the president took his defense of Sydney Sweeney a step further, writing on Truth Social, Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. It's for American Eagle, and the jeans are flying off the shelves. Go get them, Sydney.
While we're on the topic, Sydney Sweeney is not the prettiest white girl out there.
I'm just going to let this lady sit here for a second. In the comments, let me know real quick. Is the argumentation that Sydney Sweeney is the most attractive white woman ever in the history of life or out there, period, in 2025? Has that been the argument that we've been making? I don't think many, I don't know. Let me know. If that's the argument that you're making, please let me know down and below. But let's also just talk about this young lady right here. Let's go.
Sorry, she's not ugly, but there's multiple Sydney Sweeneys walking around in the US of A. She's very basic looking, simple. I could have thought of 5 other pretty ass white girls y'all could have used for that whole entire commercial.
Who actually cares what you think? Ma'am, you have a lace front wig. You have false eyelashes. You have more makeup on your face than plaster on my walls. Ma'am, who cares what you think? Nobody cares. Nobody asked you. If you worked for the ad agency, then you could have given them 5 other white women. But nobody actually asked you. And I'm going to go on a limb. You don't work for the ad agency, so your point is moot. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It really is that simple.
The commercial sucked, of course, but I could have thought of anyone else before I thought of Sydney Sweeney. Like when I think of the prettiest white girl out there, Sydney Sweeney is not the prettiest white girl out there. So I don't understand how come she's...
Was the argument that she was the prettiest white woman out there? Let me know, please, in the comments, was that the argument that was being made? That she was the prettiest, most attractive, whatever, white girl out there? I want to know.
Been dubbed as the most beautiful girl with the most perfect genes. Not to mention, she's a Republican. She was posted up with her family. They're all wearing MAGA hats, and she's a registered Republican. So why would I even want to think of her as the prettiest white girl out there?
So her political leanings determine how attractive she is. So beauty is in the eye of the ballot box. That's just, I'm sorry, ma'am. That is totally ignorant. But again, you got that lace front on. You got somebody else's hair attached to your head. You got somebody else's eyelashes attached to your eyes. But you want us to believe you in your understanding of the standard of beauty. I'll wait.
So if American Eagle really wanted to create a jaw-dropping ad with the prettiest white girl out there, they should have chose anybody else other than Sydney Sweeney, because she's very basic.
This one right here is hilarious. Let's go.
I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a
I know I keep asking y'all to jump into the comments. Please help your boy out as well. If you are a woman watching this video, are you impeded from feeling and believing that you are attractive, beautiful, look nice, whatever? Are you impeded by this, by living in America? Let me know. I want to know.
Predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And
you know what it is? You know what it is? I know what it is. I figured it out, y'all. Leftists have a superpower. They do. Leftists and left-leaning people, left-adjacent, left-sympathetic people have a superpower. Kind of like, Superman, his power is derived from the sun, or Hal Jordan, his willpower, Spider-Man, the bite from the spider. Leftists have a superpower. What is that superpower, Jason? I'm going to turn the light on. More sunlight. What it is they have the power to make themselves a victim no matter what. They can look at a situation and convert it into victimhood, even though the situation doesn't even apply to them. This woman is literally interjecting her own life experiences and the little life experience of little brown 13-year-old girls and whatever. And she's like, and because the girl says she has good genes. And let me just say this. The woman that's talking right here is not an ugly woman. She looks like she takes good care of herself. I think she probably is an attractive woman. Like, I don't know why does Sydney Sweeney not have to be attractive in order for you to be attractive? But see, that's their superpower. Instead of them taking the time to say, hey, both women on the screen are attractive. Instead of that, it has to be they derive their power from their superpower, and Sydney Sweeney has to be the worst thing ever. So because of her political leaning, because of how she voted, because she got blonde hair, because she got blue eyes, because she wear blue denim, whatever. That's the only way that this woman can derive power and feel empowered, because she's able to make herself a victim no matter what.
this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty.
Because you've accepted victimhood. I don't think this woman is ugly. She's not an ugly woman. Just be happy about that. Okay, fine. That you're attractive, I'm attractive. All God's people are attractive. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That was an old adage. Now it's beauty in the eye of the ballot box, which is crazy work. Let's go.
And I hate that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
We should have known Sydney Sweeney was a Republican because she's tacky as fuck.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to stop right here. I'm going to let this sit for a second. I'm just going to let this young lady sit for a second because she going to tell us what beautiful is. Okay.
Like Dr. Squatch, American Eagle, Baskin Robbins, tacky brands to partner with. And then her partnering with like any and every brand that will have her, that's tacky, that's desperate. And when you see Sydney Sweeney at like red carpet events, premiere events, press junkets, she doesn't look like an A-list celebrity. She looks like a stoned prom queen. I mean, look at this Echo Valley dress, right? It's classic Hollywood glamour. And then Sydney Sweeney is in it with her tan line showing and a frizzy beach wave.
So the comedy just writes itself. It really does. This high calorie young lady right here is mad at, she would not be saying this. I promise you, she would not have anything to say if Sydney Sweeney was not in that ad. All this that she's saying about her is she would not say it because, again, she's interjecting. She's using her superpower to make herself a victim rather than just say, okay, Hillary, Sydney Sweeney over there. Okay, fine. And just keep it moving. She can't do that. So she's got to somehow or another interject her own victimhood into it. Let's go. Let's finish.
And now partnering with American Eagle makes so much more sense because her whole vibe is hottest girl at the mall in a conservative town. She is Cassie from Euphoria. She is not escaping that in her branding. Like, this is actually really interesting because it's like she's not being typecast in her filmography. She has all of these opportunities, all of these roles, but she's like typecasting herself in her brand deals, in her public persona. I mean, I would feel bad for her, but she's a Republican, so who gives a fuck? She obviously doesn't care about anyone except for the master race.
The Sydney Sweeney ad, have you seen it?
Oh, yes, I have.
This right here has got to be, I thought this was a joke. I was actually praying it was a joke, but I was surprised that this was actually real.
What are your thoughts?
Trying to calm myself, but that would, Sydney Sweeney has good genes. Really? Like, the eugenics in that, it's dripping with it. And I'm like,
well, what is the eugenics? And down in the comments, we're going to start down in the comments into a meme. Down in the comments, tell me how this sentence, without reading everything into it, Sydney Sweeney has great genes, American Eagle. How is that dripping in eugenics? And then also let me know, do you think this woman is anti Planned Parenthood because Planned Parenthood was started from a eugenicists? But I digress.
no.
He went to Bezos' wedding. Why are we all surprised? Great thing about this country, freedom of choice. Shout out Jennifer, I agree. Water is wet, the sky is blue. She's exactly who we knew she was. MAGA has a princess, okay? Why is it a crime to be a Republican? We're all American, bruh. Hello? Because y'all are supporting the Israel war crimes, so y'all are war criminals as well. Wow. Wow. That's some nasty work right there. Besides the looks, she also is very smart. The woke don't like that. Unlike Bud Light, American Eagle is laughing all the way to the bank. Shout out. Diabolical. Let's start calling it anti-Sweeney mob pro-ugly. I was not ready to laugh at that. Let's start calling the anti-Sweeney mob pro-ugly. Yo, that is serious work. I love it. Absolutely love it. That is the way to end it for sure. But let me know for real in the comments. How is this eugenics? How is it? And please, I would love to know, how does one person being attractive, being beautiful, being handsome, being smart, being tall, being whatever, make you less on your own? And I've said this before, and I'm here to pick fights. This leftism is a grievance gospel. You look at other people and you want what they have, and you're mad, you're bitter, you're upset, you're envious about that, and you will do anything to get it from them and destroy their ability to have it. That's it. It's an envy grievance gospel, a gospel of I don't have enough, therefore you can't have anything. That's it. So, oh, she's got too much blonde hair, too much blue eyes. I want to destroy her. You know, if something happened to that poor girl, y'all know good and well how those people would be acting. And all because she was in an ad saying she had great genes. What does that mean? Why does that mean that you don't have great genes? Why? Let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. And until next time, everybody,